What is going on, everybody? Welcome to back to the site of Shadow Stalker. And so, boy, do we have a lot to show you today. And oh my god, okay, wait, I don't want to spoil anything. So let's start over here. Last time we were here, the turn was just about finishing up, and you had seen the footers in over here. Well, now, voila, the spike. It looks pretty cool, I'm gonna admit. It looks really good. And wow, okay, there's a lot to show you guys. So obviously you could see a lot more track going on over here. And so as you come over here, obviously, again, here's the footers that we put in last time. And so you can see the bunny hop going into the spike. And obviously the spike is a lot taller than the last one. And it's a lot steeper. So that's pretty cool. And honestly, I gotta admit, this thing looks pretty crazy. I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool. And so as you can see over here, there is not only the platform up there, but there's also the platform right here. So you have two platforms up here. There's gonna be stairs probably in the back. And those stairs are gonna go up to that second platform, and there's gonna be a little ladder to the top one. So if you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat below because I will be answering them in probably the next 15 minutes this live stream is gonna go for. And so again, you can see the turn right here. Now, do we have a little surprise for you guys today that we had just gotten to? And okay, I don't know if you guys are ready or not, but the car is on the track. Yep, the car is officially on the track. You can see it here. The lap bar is down right now. The seat padding isn't here, but it works. And you're going to see a lot more of that probably in the coming weeks in Shadow Stalker Exclusive Season 2. And yeah, so if you have any questions about that, please put in the chat below. But yeah, so you could see a lot more track has gone on the drop. Obviously now there's enough to put the car on just over here. But it's after this point that we can't run it past yet. So we're looking to start testing probably late November. But we got to see how much track we can really get on. The turn is definitely the most complex part of the ride that it is when it comes to building. And then we just got to basically because obviously you could see the track is not done over here. But basically everywhere else there's at least 2 layers of track on, except for the turn. So a question, how high is the drop? The drop drops about 9 to 10 feet. And yeah, there's nothing, but the thing is the drop, or the tower itself is 8 feet. But because of the slope it is on, or the hill it's on, it's going about 10 feet. So that's pretty cool. Again, here's the car. You guys are actually the first ones to see this. You can see this is the pivoting zero car in the front. And the rest of it works pretty well. We're probably going to put a second set of side wheels over here so it can't turn as much because obviously you can see it's turning quite a bit. But yeah, so if you have any other questions, please put it in the chat below because I will definitely be answering them. Let's go to the top of the tower so you can get a better view of the spike and everything else here. So we're making our way to the top over here. You could see the 8 layers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, it's definitely some of the thickest wood on a backyard roller coaster track. I just saw something in the chat. How did you did a little test run already? Just a small run test, not over the entire track. We've actually not yet. The car went on probably 10 minutes ago. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we were just kind of gauge testing for now. So the gauge test is just to kind of tell us if our gauges work, and it does seem to be working. There's a couple modifications we're gonna need just because why not? Always modifications. But yeah, so again, any other questions, please put in the chat below because I will be answering for the next 10-ish minutes, maybe a little bit less. But so there you can see the spike and the bunny hop into the spike. That's probably going to give some crazy airtime. The bunny hop going into the turn is definitely going to give some airtime. We can't do an actual mini test yet because there's a couple gauges we have to fix beforehand, and the track only goes to just about up to there. I'll go back down and push it just a little bit so you guys can see, but there's really not much pushing we can do yet because there's a couple things we have to do. All this topper track and the drop basically went on today, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, so again, you guys saw on the exclusive, there's the over there, that's the spike. You could see there's 2 platforms going to the spike. There's one at the top. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. I'm gonna set it right here just that way it's not as shaky. So you could see up at the top there, I'm trying to point it a little bit, that's the top platform. That's just the lower platform. The lower platform is gonna be where the stairs end to, and then there's gonna be a small step up to the top platform. And this spike will have a little bit more of like it'll be a little bit safer to go up, because the other spike wasn't meant to have people go up there. It was more for like safety checks and whatnot. So yeah, zooming back out here, there's the turn, there's the bunny hop into the turn, the off axis you guys can see, which has a lot more track on it than basically everything else. So we're looking to get basically all the topper track up to the turn for this week, but then we'll kind of see how it goes. Probably a little bit of car stuff we'll be doing this week, and probably some station stuff. We're gonna get more railings up, and the ladder, or like the stairs railing up, and yeah, and just a lot more cleaning up in the area. We're getting ready for next year, so it's gonna be exciting. And then electrical will be going in soon, where the motor's been purchased and it's arrived. Theming's already gotten started. And yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, please put in the chat below, because I will be answering them. And yeah, if you guys want me to go anywhere on the coaster, please tell me too, because I will be able to show off a couple other angles. And yeah, if you guys want, let me do a queue walkthrough, because you guys haven't really seen that yet. Maybe just a little bit, but not a lot of it. So going down the stairs here, this is our second entrance right here. Underneath the station is where our transfer track is, and this will be where the motor is stored for the coaster itself. As I'm going over to the queue, what region or state is this in? Does weather cause problems? This is in New Jersey, so no, we've designed the coaster so that way it can withstand any weather or hurricanes, whatever. Like I said before, here's a tiny push of the car just so you guys can see. The front is pivoting a lot, so that's what we're just gonna have to get 2 more side wheels on. Don't worry, we have the spot for it. We just haven't put the actual side wheels on yet. So let's do a little queue walkthrough so you guys can see. So basically, if you can see these flags on the ground right over here, this is about where the entrance is going to be. So you're going to walk in, see the turn, then you're going to turn a little over 90 degrees to the right, and then you're going to walk in through the first mine. Actually, there's going to be a mine right here. You're going to walk, so that'll be the first mine. This is going to be the second mine. And so you're going to walk through it over here. And then once this is all cleared, this will be the next spot. Just kind of walking around the coaster. And then you'll end up doing a hard 90 degree to the left. There'll probably be a little bit of theming right over here. And then you're just going to walk straight up and be able to see the coaster. So here's another cool angle of the spike. Cool angle of the off axis. You can see all like the layers of the coaster coming down. Little Black Stallion teaser right there. There's a couple things from Black Stallion in the ground still that were just never taken out. Again, there's the car. Looks pretty crazy to actually see it on the track. And yeah, that's the drop. And then you walk up right to the stairs, and then you get up to the top and you're on the ride. So if you guys missed it this past week, we did the Shadow Stalker exclusive episode 8, which is the final episode of season 1. And season 2 will be a lot more like in-depth, so there's probably going to be less like 5 minutes and more probably like 10 to 15 minutes, just explaining kind of other things about the coaster and more about maybe some of the electrical things. There's an awesome shot of the spike. The spike is actually really tall. Like if you were here, it does not do it justice seeing it over a picture or video. The spike is huge. And so, okay, going back to over here, right now we have a temporary ladder set up to the top, and then another ladder right there just to the second to top. So what was I saying? Yep, the Shadow Stalker exclusive episode 8. So basically in season 2, we're going to be going through a lot more of like the in-depth electrical and just other kind of cool things. But in episode 8, we talked about the spike, and you could see like the process of us building the spike, which is pretty cool. One more thing, again, any questions, put it down below, because I will be answering them for probably the next 5 minutes. And so basically, when doing something like this, you're going to be putting on, well, first you need the substructure. The substructure is the footers and other things that you put into the ground. And then so you can see the saddles that we put on the footers. And then you have, usually it's called a superstructure, but because of the size of this thing, it's kind of more like a mini structure. So you have the substructure, then what technically would be the superstructure. The superstructure is the ride itself. So that's like all the track and all the supports and everything that kind of holds the coaster itself together. And yeah. So again, any questions, please put it down in the chat below and I'll answer them for the next couple minutes. Right now you could see with the car, the seat is not on yet. So this car will actually have a seat belt and a restraint. The restraint has 4 notches that it can go down to. You can see it over here. How do you use it on the layout based on forces? What is the program of some kind of, or just calculations? It's honestly really just calculations. I kind of know what the slope is in my backyard. So it's just kind of figuring that out and then just kind of like what your budget is, what your time is, how much, it's kind of all that stuff. And then the calculations really aren't that bad. Just make sure, kind of know at least a little bit of an engineering background. The hardest part is going to be like the building of the thing. Well, actually, no, it really is the calculations, just making sure everything's good. The hardest part is really the electrical when building it. And so, yeah, so this is kind of cool shot underneath the track of the drop here. And yeah, here's one more look at the car from over here. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of car updates this week. I think that'll be pretty cool. You can check it out on our Instagram and, I don't know, maybe our TikTok. I don't know if we'll be active on there this week. But, yeah, so a lot of things are happening. Looking to get a lot of work done this week, hopefully. I know it's been a little slow lately just because of school and everything that's going on. We don't have all the time in the world here. But hopefully when there's 2 of us working again, we're going to get a lot done. And hopefully we'll get a lot more of the turn done too. And yeah, it's getting exciting. And we're excited for next year. So if you guys have, it doesn't seem like there's any more questions. So I'm going to do last 30 seconds for questions. If you have any in the chat below, please put it down. And I think that might just be all. Any questions? Anything I missed? Doesn't look like I missed anything. So I think that is all for today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you liked what we do here, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn those notifications on. If you want to, please go check out our merch store. We have a lot of cool different shirts with the Shadow Stalker logo, the Built to Thrill logo, and it's getting exciting. So please be sure to come and check it out next year. Alrighty, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.